You're watching ABC7 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks for being with us tonight. Our top story, Sarasota County releasing its plan for evacuating the island of Venice in the event of a hurricane.
The much anticipated plan will require busing residents out of Venice to other shelters in the county. ABC7's Christopher Brantley spoke to one resident who does not drive. He tells us how people are feeling.
Good evening. It's mixed feelings, really. Some are glad there's a plan in place. They just wish they didn't require them to go so far from home.
I'm not sure in an emergent situation that there are too many alternatives.
Barry Zamoff is a Venice resident. Neither he nor his wife can drive.
Because I have advanced glaucoma, which causes me to have complete lack of vision in my left eye and about 60% vision in my right eye.
That being said, Zamoff relies heavily on public transportation. Sarasota County Emergency Manager Ed McCrane says they've heard a lot of similar stories.
What we discovered after Irma was there are a lot of people that do not like to drive, even though they're still driving. A lot of people don't like to drive long distance.
So they designated a program to help bus people out of dangerous areas if a storm is coming. It all hinges around what are being called rally points.
They can drive a short distance to a rally point in the city and then be taken by bus to the evacuation center. They're more likely to go.
The rally points are spread out. Garden Elementary School, Taylor Ranch Elementary, the Venice Community Center, Laurel Park, Pine View School, and so on. And if you can't make it there on your own, the county is ready to go the extra mile.
There are some people who can't even get to the rally point and they're homebound. So we're going to assist them by giving them a way to register for that assistance and then making it possible for them to be picked up and supported that way.
Sarasota County says there isn't a building in the Venice area that could become a hurricane shelter before the next season. It's been a touchy subject between the city of Venice and the county. Zamoff says he's glad the county has a plan. He just wished it didn't require leaving Venice.
I still don't understand the politics of why Sarasota County can't provide a fully accessible and safe place for residents of Venice.
The city of Venice and Sarasota County have been working to locate a safe hurricane evacuation shelter, but still nothing has been agreed on. Hurricane season begins June 1st. In Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Okay, Christopher, thank you. And speaking of hurricanes, now is the time to make those plans. And I know Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan was down in Venice for the Hurricane Expo. How was that, Bob?
Yeah, good turnout there for the Expo. A lot of folks getting ready already, and we are looking at the season to be near average or slightly above that. So now is the time to prepare for this upcoming hurricane season. We had a weak tropical, upper level tropical low kind of move across us over the weekend. Did bring us some much needed rainfall, and then a weak frontal system moved on in and kind of carried everything away to it. That front now still slicing through parts of South Florida now and continues to push off to the southeast. We are not looking at anything going on here except maybe one or two inland showers. That's possible. But other than that, the atmosphere is still too dry for any significant rainfall around here. You can see those popcorn showers kind of popping up on the east coast and down to our south. Currently, it's 87 and lots of sunshine out there. Humidity remains low, 37%, and winds out of the northwest at 16. Pretty high fire danger with that kind of condition right now, and the pressure is rising slowly. Winds out of the west-northwest up and down the coast from Siesta Key at 14, and right now at Venice at 14 miles an hour as well. More in the forecast. Talk about some rain chances coming back into the weather picture coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, we'll talk to you soon. Right now, Manatee County Sheriff's deputies are searching for a woman who escaped from a corrections facility in Bradenton. Silver Denise Bean was completing a 3-year sentence for cocaine possession at Bradenton Bridge facility. The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says staff members at the facility noticed that she had escaped during a routine head count yesterday. Deputies are asking anyone with information on Bean's whereabouts to contact them.
A weekend shooting in downtown Sarasota could be connected to an investment gone wrong. Sarasota police detectives are not ruling it out as a possible motive. Police say Saturday's shooting took place at a condo building along Main Street. Court records show the suspected shooter is involved in a lawsuit after making a 6-figure investment with a Sarasota business owner. Shots were fired into the unit right next to the one owned by that businessman. Local criminal defense attorney Derek Bird says loss of an investment of this size could be at the core of the incident.
It's a pretty glaring motive as to want to seek retribution when you think that someone's basically stolen $300,000 from you.
Coming up tonight at 6, we'll share more about the lawsuit and why the shooting suspect is being held involuntarily after being released from jail on bond.
Tonight, Manatee County Sheriff's deputies are looking for the man who robbed a Waffle House restaurant. Deputies say a man wearing a hooded sweatshirt and a ski mask walked into the Waffle House near State Road 64 and I-75 yesterday afternoon. He told the staff to get on the ground and then demanded money from the cashier. A woman who works there says the man pointed a gun at her and told her she had 5 seconds to get the money or he would shoot. She says he left with about $400. If you can help find him, call Crime Stoppers at the number on your screen. That is 866-634-TIPS.
In our first alert traffic, Sarasota City Commissioners right now are discussing ongoing traffic issues between the city and its barrier islands. Commissioners will look at 3 options. One would add extra lanes on the John Rinling Causeway for buses and cars traveling between St. Armand Circle, Lido Key, and Longboat Key. Another would add high visibility backplates to the traffic signal at John Rinling Boulevard and Bird Key Drive, which would be designed to draw more attention to that stoplight. The last would increase the capacity for the westbound turn lane for vehicles that are leaving City Island. And taking a look at traffic right now in that area, the Rinling Bridge looking all clear right now. Just a few backups around downtown Sarasota, but otherwise not too bad at this hour.
Well, it's no secret that traffic gets a little hectic here on the Suncoast, so could your commute be bad for your health? Dr. Chippy Naluri with Sarasota Memorial Hospital says drivers usually get an increase in heart rate when driving under stress. For those who have high resting heart rates, that increase could be dangerous. She says people who tend to spend more than 2 hours a day driving are usually at risk for higher resting heart rates and high blood pressure. And just a few minor health changes can make all the difference.
Increased physical activity definitely makes an impact to lower our heart rate, which is favorable. That's what we want. And obviously, healthy diet.
ABC7's Marla Spence found 3 Suncoast drivers who agreed to be tested to discover how they felt stressed behind the wheel. Coming up tonight at 6, we'll have the results of those tests. They will be revealed.
ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern joined us now. Look at the day on Wall Street. We had a big update on Friday, Richard, and hoping for some follow-through on this Monday.
Well, we had a triple-digit gain until about 2 o'clock this afternoon. Comfortably triple digits. But not the case at the end. What happened at 2 o'clock this afternoon? President Trump announced that at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, he will be announcing whatever decision he has made about the Iran nuclear affair. As a result of that, a gain of 180 points, which had been 216 at the high of the day, dropped down to double digits, down to plus 70, although we did rally just a little bit from that number going into the close. So let's take a look at the numbers. They're not terrible. You just get spoiled when you're up 216 points. There you see the Dow added 95 points, 0.4% at 24,357.32. That on volume of 811 million shares. The NASDAQ was the strongest part of the day, up 0.75%, 56 points at 7,265.21. That on volume of 1,808 million shares. The S&P joined the party up 1/3%, just over 9 points at 2,672.63. Well, there was a very, very big deal in the coffee world today, and I mean a big deal. I mean more than $7 billion worth of a big deal. Nestle, which is based in Switzerland and the largest company in the world of coffee, today announced they will pay Starbucks, yes, Starbucks, more than $7 billion for the right to sell Starbucks products all over the world, with the exception of in the United States of America. Nestle, of course, is an international company and certainly will take that Starbucks brand and run with it. Starbucks is going to take the $7 billion that it gets from Nestle and use it partially to pay dividends to its shareholders and partially also to buy back some of its own stock. So all in all, lots of coffee going around, and for $7 billion just to get the marketing rights, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I hear you have some news for us about Dillard's as well.
Yeah, unfortunately not good news. The whole retail industry, as we keep talking about, just keeps getting beaten up today, 4% to the downside. Not great.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, Richard.
You're welcome.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, a volcanic eruption in Hawaii continues to destroy homes Now, evacuated residents are unsure how long they might be displaced.
And dry weather is moving in, creating a higher fire danger. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will tell us if there's any chance of rain. Plus, today is National Melanoma Day. We have some tips on how to be cautious in the sun.
The ABC7 Stock Report is sponsored by Sunset Cadillac.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View. Some things have not changed much in the past 100 years. I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. The musical Ragtime opens at the Oslo Rep. We'll meet two of the stars and hear the award-winning music. Bookstore One brings us a new reading list featuring people who changed their lives and became philanthropists. Plus, we'll learn what the Sarasota Succulent Society is all about, and the Indian Table joins us in the kitchen. Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
Want to know a secret? If you're looking for the best selection of area rugs at an unbelievable price, the only place you need to look is Rugs is Art. I know what you're thinking. Expensive, right? Wrong. Rugs is Art has the largest selection of area rugs on the west coast of Florida in a variety of styles, with 8x11 area rugs starting at $199. Largest selection, personalized service, and unbelievably low prices. You'll find it all at Rugs is Art.
Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Since 2004, Embracing Our Differences has used the power of art and education to promote diversity. One way it accomplishes this is through its annual outdoor exhibition of 45 billboard-sized works of art, each accompanied by an inspirational quote. Join us in creating a community that is inclusive for all, where differences are embraced and individuality is celebrated. We invite you to celebrate the voices and visions of diversity and inclusion at this year's exhibit at Sarasota's Island Park.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
The key to beating melanoma and other aggressive skin cancers is to catch it early. That's why today one Suncoast dermatologist offered cancer screenings for free.
Today is designated Melanoma Monday, a nationwide effort to raise awareness of the deadly disease. ABC7's Jess Dowdrick explains the signs and symptoms of melanoma and the steps you can take to try to prevent it.
Spending too much time in the sun is what causes 90% of melanoma cases. So it comes as no surprise that Florida has the second highest rates in the entire nation. That's why it's important that you get checked, because the earlier that it's diagnosed, the more likely you are to beat it.
I would burn until I peeled, and that was a weekly event. And now I definitely suffer for it.
Cynthia Breslin grew up on the Suncoast. She spent nearly every weekend at the beach.
My mother thought sunscreen was baby oil and iodine. She didn't know better.
Now she's paying for it. Breslin estimates that she's had 50 cases of skin cancer, 5 of them the most deadly, melanoma.
It's dangerous, our sun. It's dangerous here.
10,000 people are killed every year from melanoma.
If it's caught early, it's extremely treatable, so that's really the goal.
Working toward that goal, Dr. David Sachs, owner of University Park Dermatology, gave out free exams to anyone who walked in.
Here in Florida, I recommend getting checked once a year, but some of that really depends on their risk factors.
Corey Wade has never been checked for skin cancer, but Monday she sat at University Park Dermatology waiting for her free exam.
I have a couple moles that I don't really care for, especially one on my back that it just gets rubbed on a lot and annoys me. I'd like to have it removed, so I figured I can get it removed in the future, but just also get a check at the same time.
Dr. Sachs says the easiest way to remember what to look for when checking yourself for melanoma is through the A, B, C, D, and E's of melanoma. A is for asymmetry. If a spot looks different from one side to another, that's a bad sign. B is for border. Normal moles have smooth, round borders. C stands for color. Moles that have different colors, like whites or blacks mixed in, that's concerning. D is for diameter. Moles should have a diameter that's smaller than the eraser of a pencil. And E is for evolving. Dr. Sachs says it's a bad sign if the mole is growing or changing.
Now that's something that's very common. We usually will see a melanoma at least once a week.
To prevent skin cancer, if you're in the sun like I am, you'll obviously want to use sunscreen. Dr. Sachs recommends at least 30 SPF and that you reapply it at least every 2 hours. Reporting on Siesta Key, Jess Dowdrick, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Such a huge deal here on the Suncoast.
Great tips, because you have to go see a dermatologist. My melanoma was found in the back of my neck where I would have never seen it, and it took an exam to find it, and fortunately they found it very early. So that's the key.
And wearing that sunscreen, it's just not worth it to take those chances or those risks.
Right. And I know some people this weekend got burnt, even though we had some high clouds around. They're still able to get through those high clouds as far as those dangerous UV rays go. We are looking at a lot of UV rays right now. Anna Maria webcam showing clear skies today as high pressure is built in behind the front. You know, clouds came for the weekend, and then clouds moved out just in time for work. And now we are seeing pretty calm conditions out there in the waters, although a little bit breezy right near the coast. The dry air has moved in. We talked about that earlier. You can see all that dry air behind that frontal boundary. That was the leading edge right there that brought us some showers. Not everyone got the rain over the weekend, as we expected. Just scattered showers and not much thunderstorm activity around. A different story, I think, this weekend coming up. Tuesday, fire danger. This is a forecast from Florida Forest Division, and you can see red there, very high conditions for Manatee, Sarasota, and into DeSoto counties, and extreme conditions in Charlotte and into Lee County down to our south. You can see that. That's the result of that dry air that has moved in, that northwest wind as well, and relative humidity extremely low expected for us tomorrow. All that moisture down to the southeast of us, that's the frontal boundary. But notice what happens. We don't get much rainfall here at all, but this frontal boundary will become a player. That's right, next weekend as it comes back, it looks like, and a little low pressure will develop, and it looks like a pretty good chance for showers and some thunderstorms. I think we have a better chance for some thunderstorms this weekend than we saw this past weekend as we move through time. Now, the visible satellite imagery showing quite a bit of cloudiness down there over the Bahamas, stretching down through parts of the Florida Straits and into the western portion of Cuba right now, but that's where it will stay. We see these fair weather cumulus clouds developing. The sea breeze has really kicked in well east now, and that's a direct result of the high pressure building in from the northwest, and there it is right there. As these two meet, this one and this one here, we could see some spotty showers firing up, but they'll be few and far between there into Highlands County, Hardee, and DeSoto counties, not counting on much rainfall at all. And the Titan radar picture depicting no rain around here. As I mentioned, a few isolated showers along the east coast and one or two popping up into Highlands County. That's what we'll see through this evening, and I think over the course of the next several days. Currently, we have sunshine and 87 degrees. The relative humidity very low at 37%. Temperatures into the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees. Another pleasant day at the beaches. Whitney Beach at 80 now, 84 in Bradenton. Waterleaf at 87 degrees. The same in Laurel Oak and the Meadows. 1 degree warmer, 86 in Northport, 82 in Venice. Inglewood, you're at 79 degrees, right near the water with that little west wind, and the water temperatures down to the upper 70s, keeping things a bit cooler right there. The forecast tomorrow, start out with sunshine, temperatures into the upper 60s, and we'll warm up into the upper 80s once again. Little chance for any shower activity. That's less than 10% for an inland shower or two. Nationally, what's going on? Well, that storm system continues to track off toward the northeast. There's some showers there in West Virginia, also into North Carolina. Tomorrow's high temperatures, well, warming up in Chicago, 80 there, 80 in St. Louis, Kansas City at 84, and 93 in Dallas. Quick showing that frontal system down to our south will eventually work its way northward as a warm front. And as I mentioned, a little low pressure area will bring us rain, unfortunately, for Mother's Day weekend. For boaters, seas running right around 2 feet with a moderate chop out there. Winds picking up in the afternoon up to 15 knots. You can see 90 tomorrow, near it, 88 on Wednesday, 89 on Thursday, 40% chance for showers late in the day on Friday, And then we pick up the pace 60% on Saturday, Saturday night, and Sunday. Really good chances for showers and storms. Temperatures into the mid-80s. Back to you.
We need to adjust the timing of these showers. All right. Thank you, Bob. The height of the Statue of Liberty's torch. That's how far into the sky lava is erupting in Hawaii from multiple cracks in the ground called fissures. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez shows us the unbelievable damage from Hilo, Hawaii.
Flames shooting from that massive rolling mound of lava as it swallows that Mustang. Unstoppable destruction on street after street here in this neighborhood on Hawaii's Big Island as the volcanic eruptions show no sign of stopping.
It's heartbreaking.
At least 10 fissures now open, spewing lava and molten rock more than 300 feet in the air.
It was so powerful, it was thunderous. I mean, it was just like, you know, and just erupting like a jet engine, and then it sounded like bombs.
More than 30 homes destroyed, including Amber Makuakane's.
My son asks, Mommy, can we go home?
Many of the 1,800 people forced to evacuate, questioning whether their homes could be next. Some evacuees now allowed back in to pick up pets.
Oh, honey. Hi, sweetie.
And belongings.
Joyful gratitude of, oh, yes, we can go back and get those things we can get our hands on.
Knowing this may be their last chance.
We could hear the lava exploding right from the house. And so, is the house going to still be there when we go back over there?
Others told that with high levels of toxic sulfur dioxide fumes lingering in the air near their homes, it's still too dangerous to return. Now they wait and watch as the devastation spreads. And hundreds of earthquakes have hit this area over the past week. Experts say there is no way of knowing how much longer they and the eruptions will continue, saying it could be days or even months. Marcy Gonzalez, ABC News, Hilo, Hawaii.
Coming up, a small plane making an emergency landing barely misses a busy highway in the hidden discovery found at the bottom of a massive sinkhole in New Zealand. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
Hello, Mom.
Amanda's mom's appointment just got rescheduled for today. Amanda needs right at home. Our customized care plan provides as much or as little help as her mom requires, whether it's a ride to the doctor or help around the house.
Oh, of course. Tom, I am really sorry. I've got to go.
Look, call right at home. Get the right care right at home.
Our nurse, Jennifer, all we did is pick up the phone if I was having a bad day, and the next thing we know, she was here at the door. I can't believe that I would have received any greater care anywhere. From that moment on, everything changed dramatically. And I don't know what we would have done without that.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Experience the Classical Music Celebration May 11th and 12th at the historic Sarasota Opera House. World-class musicians include guitar duo Charisma, currently touring with Andrea Bocelli. Tickets available online or by phone.
To be able to just get my son here and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
ABC7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now, during our Finish Upgrade event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to a premium finish. Schedule your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or go to californiaclosets.com.
A close call for two people flying on a small plane in South Florida. The instructor and student on board landed on some railroad tracks in Vero Beach this morning. Police say the plane's engine lost power. The instructor quickly took control of the plane and was able to land it safely on those tracks, missing a busy highway. Fortunately, no one was hurt.
I would say very lucky. They're just feet from the roadway, which is US 1 major intersection, and there were no trains, so both lucky.
Soon after that landing, a crane arrived and towed the plane to a nearby hangar. The Federal Aviation Administration is now investigating. And investigators are trying to figure out how a barge carrying scrap metal suddenly caught on fire. The U.S. Coast Guard says the barge caught fire on the Mobile River in southwest Alabama late yesterday morning. No crew members were on that barge when the fire started. There have been no reports of pollution or any injuries.
A follow-up now on a massive sinkhole on a New Zealand farm that we told you about last week. That sinkhole has revealed a hidden secret. The huge crack split the pristine pasture of a farm and is more than 650 feet long and more than 60 feet deep. Geologists are marveling at what that massive sinkhole revealed. They say it exposed 60,000-year-old volcanic deposits at the base of the hole. Still to come on your Suncoast News at 5:30, how the city of Sarasota is working to improve the quality of its tap water. And at 5:35, Lakewood Ranch High School's new football equipment that will help prevent concussions. Plus at 5:39, why a popular country music nightclub is closing its doors.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
I'll be right back.
In life after the military, it's our duty as veterans to have each other's back. I'm retired Colonel Greg Gatson, and it's my mission to help you get the benefits and services you've earned. If you need to file a VA claim, remember these important steps. Submit an online claim through ebenefits.va.gov. Work with an accredited Veterans Service Organization, or VSO. And if you need to attend a VA claim exam, please go. Visit this website to learn what to expect.
When my youngest, Addie, was 2.5, she was diagnosed with leukemia. When we first heard that diagnosis, you feel extremely alone. Walking in that Light the Night light with 6,000 people carrying lights, white for survivors, red for supporters, gold in memory of those who have passed. It's the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's hope that every year there are fewer gold lanterns. Your lantern will make a difference.
Start a team, join a team.
Help us light the night.